Good evening, everybody. My name is Kendrea, and I am back to read Jeremiah chapter 36 with you all tonight. Looks like I'm just a bit, there we go. I'm back to read chapter 36 with you all tonight. Before we get started, of course, if you need something to drink, go ahead and grab that. In the meantime, while you're grabbing that drink, if you are new here, welcome. God bless you and thank you for coming in. I pray that you learned something and that in reading these words of the Lord that he gives to us, even though it was for the past, it is also for our present and our future as well. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that it helps to make you want to continue on in learning the word of the Lord. As I tell everybody, I am here learning this right along with you all. Some things I've read before, some things I have not. Sometimes you just read certain passages or whatever, but this is to really get that knowledge. And so I'm learning right along with you. If you are returning, thank you. And definitely God bless you as well. Thank you for coming back. Now, as you know, I will be coming to you from the King James 1611 version of the Holy Bible, and I will also be coming to you from the Message Remix, which is this. Now, the Message Remix helps to kind of break things down sometimes where we get kind of lost in the weeds of the these, thous, thine, and all, and yea, and all them things, right? So this just helps to kind of break it down. I do not solely depend on this because we know that the true word is in what we have. Well, what we have is the oldest scripture, because we know that, these things, this is the King James, so it came from whoever put it into words, but, it might have been rewritten from there, so we don't know. But that's why I have the 1611 version. But still, and as they rewrite things over the years, some things might get misconstrued. And I mean, we do have many different versions of the Bible. Sorry, there's a fly in here. But I do use this to help me kind of break things down. I do know there are other versions out there, like the Amplified Bible, which really breaks things down. But I choose to use the Message Remix, and I've had this for years. Now, if you don't have a Bible and you want to follow along, do know you can download the Bible app, and on there, it does have many different versions of the Bible. Excuse me, it has King James, New King James, the NIV, the English Standard Language. I think that's ESL. It does also, it has the Amplified, but it does now also have what do you call it here? The Message Remix. Just know that it's not called the Message Remix. It's just the message in there if you want to follow along there or do your own breakdown at a separate time as well. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, chapter 36. Hope you've got your drinks, and I do have my water here. We are ready to get started. And it came to pass in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, that this word came unto Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Take thee a roll of a book, and write therein all the words that I have spoken unto thee against Israel, and against Judah, and against all the nations, from the day I spake unto thee, from the days of Josiah, even into this day. And it may be that house of Judah will hear all the evil which I propose to do unto them, that they may return every man from his evil way, that I may forgive their iniquity and their sin. Then Jeremiah called Baruch the son of Neriah, and Baruch wrote from the mouth of Jeremiah all the words of the Lord, which the mouth of Jeremiah, from the mouth of Jeremiah all the words of the Lord, which he had spoken unto him upon a roll of a book. And Jeremiah commanded Baruch, saying, I am shut up. I cannot go into the house of the Lord. Therefore Go thou and read in the roll which thou hast written from my mouth the words of the Lord in the hast written. Let's see. I did it again. I'm so sorry, y'all. Let me go ahead back up here. Let's see. I'll start again at verse 6. Therefore go thou and read in the roll which thou hast written from my mouth the words of the Lord in the ears of the people of the Lord's house upon the fasting day. And also thou shalt read them in the ears of all Judah that come out of their cities. It may be they will present their supplication before the Lord and will return every one from his evil way. For great is the anger and the fury that the Lord hath pronounced against this people. And Baruch, the son of Neriah, did according to all that Jeremiah the prophet commanded him, reading in the book the words of the Lord in the Lord's house. And it came to pass in the 5th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, in the 9th month, that they proclaimed a fast before the Lord to all the people in Jerusalem and to all the people that came from the cities of Judah unto Jerusalem. Then read Baruch in the book the words of Jeremiah in the house of the Lord, in the chamber of Gemariah the son of Shaphan the scribe, in the higher court at the entry of the new gate of the Lord's house, in the ears of all the people. And if I mess up some of these names, I apologize. I'm so sorry. Please do not come for me. If you do know the translation, though, or the correct way to say the name, please feel free to put it in the comments below. And on to verse 11. When Micaiah, I think that's how you say this, when Micaiah, the son of Gemariah, the son of Shaphan, had heard out of the book all the words of the Lord, then he went down into the king's house, into the scribe's chamber, and lo, all the princes sat there, even Elishama the scribe, and Delaiah the son of Shemaiah, and Elnathan the son of Akbar, and Gemariah the son of Shaphan, and Zedekiah the son of Hananiah, and all the princes. Then Micaiah declared unto them all the words that he had heard, when Baruch read the book in the ears of the people. Therefore all the princes sent Jehudi, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Shelemiah, the son of Cushi, unto Baruch, saying, Take in thine hand the roll wherein thou hast read in the ears of the people, and come. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. I won't worry about breaking that down. But if you do want me to, if you want me to comment on it or something, please let me know. I'd be happy to go back and do that. Otherwise, like I said, you can also break that down within the Bible app, or if you have a copy of the Message Remix. But I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. And on to verse 16. Now it came to pass, when they had heard all the words, they were afraid, both one and other, and said unto Baruch, We will surely tell the king of all these words. And they asked Baruch, saying, Tell us now, how didst thou write all these words at his mouth? Then Baruch answered them, He pronounced all these words unto me with his mouth, and I wrote them with ink in the book. Then said the princes unto Baruch, Go, hide thee, thou and Jeremiah, and let no man know where ye be. And they went in to to the king into the court, but they laid upon the roll in the chamber of Elishama the scribe, and told all the words in the ears of the king. So the king sent Jehudi to fetch the roll, and he took it out of Elishama the scribe's chamber, and Jehudi read it in the ears of the king, and in the ears of all the princes which stood beside the king. Now the king sat in the winter house in the 9th month, and there was a fire on the hearth burning before him. And it came to pass that when Jehudi had read 3 or 4 leaves, he cut it with the penknife and cast it into the fire that was on the hearth until all the roll was consumed in the fire that was on the earth. Oh my goodness. You ever get that feeling when you're reading something and you're like, ooh, you done messed up? That's exactly how I'm feeling right now. It's like when you're reading a book and you're like, I didn't trust that. I don't trust this person. And you know something's about to happen. That's exactly how I'm feeling right now. Like something about to happen to these people. Okay, sorry. I digress. On to verse 24. Yet they were not afraid. Well, they should have been, though. Sorry. Nor rent their garments, neither the king nor any of his servants that heard all these words. I just wanted, because it said rent the garment, so I just kind of wanted to look at that. That's verse 24. And on verse 24, is that a standalone? Because sometimes sometimes they have standalone breakdowns of verses within the message. However, most of them are grouped together. 24, so they do 24 to 26. So let me read through 26 and then I'll just read it. So, okay, so at 25, nevertheless, Elnathan and Delaiah and Gemariah had made intercession to the king that he would not burn the roll, but he would not hear them. But the king commanded Jeremiel, the son of Hemelech, and Sariah, the son of Azriel, and Shelemiah, the son of Abdiel, to take Baruch the scribe and Jeremiah the prophet, but the Lord hid them. Okay, so let's go ahead and read or break down chapter 36, verses 24 to 26. So, the message reads, neither the king nor any of his officials showed the slightest twinge of conscience as they listened to the messages read. Elnathan, Delaiah, and Gemariah tried to convince the king not to burn the scroll, but he brushed them off. He just plowed ahead and ordered Prince Jerahmeel, Sariah, son of Azriel, and Shelemiah, son of Abdiel, to arrest Jeremiah the prophet and his secretary Baruch. But God had hidden them away. All right, so essentially, okay, it was pretty much self-explanatory. Okay, it was just I wanted to see if it mentioned that part about their garments, because it said, yet they were not afraid nor rent their garments, and I was like, what's that mean? But this essentially, okay, it just put everything together. But still, y'all should have been afraid. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on to verse 27. Then the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah after that the king had burned the roll, and the words which Baruch wrote at the mouth of Jeremiah, saying, take thee again another roll, and write in it all the former words that were in the first roll, which Jehoiakim the king of Judah hath burned. I was wondering if he's going to do that. Okay. And thou shalt say to Jehoiakim the king of Judah, thus saith the Lord, Thou hast burned this roll, saying, why hast thou written therein, saying, the king of Babylon shall certainly come and destroy this land, and shall cause to cease from thence man and beast. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of Jehoiakim, thus saith the Lord of Jehoiakim king of Judah, he shall have none of it sit upon the throne of David, and his dead body shall be cast out in the day in the heat, and in the night to the frost. And I will punish him and his seed and his servants for their iniquity. And I will bring upon them and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem and upon the men of Judah all the evil that I have pronounced against them, but they hearkened not. I don't feel like it does, but I don't know. Nah, it doesn't need a breakdown, but it's it's wild though. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and continue on because we only have one more verse to read. It's only 32 verses tonight, but I think I will just to kind of I'll read the breakdown at the end, which will be I'll read 29 through 32. Then took Jeremiah another roll and gave it to Baruch the scribe, the son of Neriah, who wrote therein from the mouth of Jeremiah all the words of the book which Jehoiakim king of Judah had burned in the fire. And there were added besides unto them many like words. Okay, so it sounds like there were some more added from to what he had already originally said, but let's go ahead and look. So in the breakdown, and send this personal message to Jehoiakim king of Judah. Excuse me. God says, you had the gall. I'm glad I read this. Okay. You had the gall. And the word audacity keeps coming to my mind. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm like, you did. Oh, the audacity of it all. Okay, you had the gall to burn this scroll and then the nerve to say, what kind of nonsense is this written here? That the king of Babylon will come and destroy this land and kill everything in it. Well, do you want to know what God says about Jehoiakim king of Judah? This: no descendant of his will ever rule from David's throne. His corpse will be thrown in the street and left unburned, exposed to the hot sun and the freezing night. I will punish him and his children and the officials in his government for their blatant sin. I'll let loose on them and everyone in Jerusalem the doomsday disaster of which I warned them, but they spit at. So Jeremiah went and got another scroll and gave it to Baruch, son of Neriah, his secretary. At Jeremiah's dictation, he again wrote down everything that Jehoiakim, king of Judah, had burned in the fire. There were also generous additions, but now I'm messing up. There were also generous additions, but of the same kind of thing. The nerve, the gall, the audacity of it all. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh boy. And I hope I'm not the only one like, ooh, child, like you have messed up, but you really done messed up. So that was chapter 36. I hope y'all are ready for tomorrow night, which is going to be chapter 37, because we really going to get into that as well. God bless you. Thank you for coming in. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to discuss about chapter 36, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you have any prayer requests, please feel free to leave those in the comments below as well. But if you do not want to leave a public comment or prayer request, please feel free to send those to me through Instant Messenger, whether that be by Instagram, which you can send that to me at Kenny Hoyle, or you can send it to me at Facebook Messenger, which is at the same name as it is here on YouTube, Kendrea Hoyle. Both of these handles are in the description below. So like I said, please don't forget to like, share with everyone so we can all get to reading the Bible. Because right now we are in, I don't want to say we are in the last days. I really don't want to go that far. But we are definitely in a time where we are creeping toward this way. And it is very evident, though, the Lord is calling on us to really get right. Like, we are in some perilous times, and the things that we're seeing, the way the world is going, we do not want to waste any more time not doing what the Lord has called us to do, or not having a relationship growing closer with him. We definitely need to be doing that. So that's what I hope to be doing also while reading this with you all every day, which I need to be doing this every day myself. Hey, I'm holding myself accountable, okay? But definitely, let's just give God the praise, the glory, and thanks that he woke us up. We got to spend this time reading his word. We got to spend time together, even though it's over video, still together. And you know, that our families are still here. We may not have a lot, but we still have a head to lay. We have to lay in a bed. We have a pillow. We've got food. We've got a shower. Okay, we've got a roof over our head. In Jesus' name, that is enough to be thankful for in itself. Okay, we thank God for the jobs that we have, for the love that we have. Even if you're feeling like you don't have anybody, I am here. I love you. Please never feel like you want to hesitate. Send me a message if you're just like, I just need to talk. Send me a message. I'm right here to talk at any point. But with that all being said, because I don't want to hold y'all up too much, thank you again for coming in. If you don't feel comfortable saying what you want to pray for or what you want me to pray for, or if you want me to pray for somebody, that's fine. Just say, hey, Ken, I need prayer, or could you pray for this person? I do ask that you leave their name, but if you don't want to leave their name, that's fine too. But yeah, again, thank you for coming in. I will see you tomorrow night for chapter 37. God bless, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.